Welcome back to another episode of Saving Grace. Grace, you may ask. You look absolutely... I am. I'm knackered. I've just come from a shoot. I made a katsu curry on a waffle. Don't ask. Not that kind of waffle. I know I like women now, but settle down. Anyway, that's why I'm drinking my Arctic iced coffee. I'm absolutely obliterated. I'm knackered, but here we are. I am here to tell you the trauma that was Benidorm, okay? Me and Eyelashes, we went on a romantic holiday to the Dorm of Beds. I didn't know what to expect. I thought I'd do a bit of research. I watched a bit of Benidorm before. So I was expecting mobility scooters, leather skin, to be honest with you, people that are very close to melanoma. And actually, I was correct by that. I hopped off the plane at LAX. No, so Eyelashes had to fly out before. I had the Prince's Trust, which, by the way, I'll get into. Actually, I'll get into that first. First of all, I'll go to Prince's Trust. Amazing charity. I go Prince's Trust. I get there. First of all, it rains. James did me hair in a lovely little blowy. He gave me a blowy. I thought, thank God for that. It just went all flat in the rain. So if you see any pics from that, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't me. It was Patricia. Did that. Went in. Lovely. Got some Prosecco. They only sell the little bottles. That's my only peeve. We're here to celebrate. Give me a big bottle. Anyway, walk in, there's a lovely choir singing all sorts, Lion King, The Greatest Showman. I've got beef with The Greatest Showman. I just think it's a bit cringe. I've never seen it, never will. I just think, grow up. But they were singing that. They sounded lovely though. They were amazing. They were swaying even with it. I thought, that's nice. Get in there, you know, I see Ovi. That man was just sculpted by, I don't know what, a god? King Zeus? What a fucking bloke. Anyway, get in. It's me, my manager Hannah, and Amy. Me and Hannah have been drinking some wine before. We went to a bit of, is it Sushi Sam's? Went to Sushi Samba before. Had a bottle of wine, obviously. Get in. Me bladder's bursting at this point. So Hannah goes, shall we go to the toilet? One thing about me and Hannah, if you're going to get 2 glasses, you might as well get a bottle. And that is something we live by. So we got a few bottles. Go to the bathroom, we shimmy out, and we're waiting outside of this disabled toilet. We're waiting. We're having some good little chit-chat between us. You know, good weather today, nice weather, Prince's Trust, hope he's well. Who comes out of the fucking toilet? It's Martin Freeman. One thing about my manager is she usually does have her shit together, I'll give her that. She is very level-headed, ginger, you know, she's really got her shit down to a T. This man comes out the toilet and the sound that left Hannah's mouth can only be described as like a sumo wrestler preparing for war. It was like, right? So I look to my left, I think, what the fuck is wrong with you? Then I look forward, clocked. The reason she's like dry humping the air is because Martin Freeman has just walked out. I panic. I bow. Good evening, sir, is what left my mouth. He just looked at us and said, hello, walked out. I thought, right, go into the toilet. We're in a frenzy now. We get back in, we sit back down, we leave again, we see Ella Toon. At this point, I'm feeling merry. What's the first thing I say to her? I start speaking to her about strap-ons. And I'm not proud of it because she's not a lesbian, so she probably thought, is everything okay? I started speaking to her and her manager about strap-ons. To be honest with you, I feel like their eyes glazed over because they probably thought, what the fuck? And then I thought, now's a good time to leave. I left, and for another year, Prince's Trust. I love you, and I'm so sorry for letting the classy team down, but I looked good. And, you know, is that a crime? I don't know. But the Prince's Trust is amazing. They do a great cause, and it's also very wholesome. It's so wholesome to watch. And after a few Proseccos, you do get teary. You do. I even started to shed a tear. I thought, come on now, get yourself together, Grace. I didn't. I cried. But whatever, it's fine. You know, tears are for crying. At the end of the day is night, and then at the end of night is day. So make that what you will. Anyway, the next day I get a flight. I get to the airport on my own. I'm in a little pink 2-piece, got my little legs out, got my fake tan on. This is a scary time to be alive flying on your own. I feel like a fucking loser. Like, why am I in an airport on my own? Everyone's on like hen do's, birthday parties, all of that. I'm sat on my own in the middle of an airport, 5 a.m. with a large glass of wine. The guy serving me goes, "Are you GKBarry?" And I thought, not now. Not now, because I look like I'm just sat with a large glass of wine. Anyway, by the time I got on that plane, I was paralytic. I was having an amazing time. I was waving down the aisles. Eyelashes did book me a middle seat. We did talk about that after. I thought, not to be a diva, but why the fuck am I in a middle seat? Do you know what I mean? If we go down, I'm in a middle fucking seat. Do you know what I mean? At least let me look out the window while we're going down. Anyway, to sum it up, I was next to a man with one gold tooth, literally no teeth, just one gold. This other woman, lovely, although she did eat a BLT on the plane next to me. And I thought, the smells on this Airbus, too much for me. It was making me a little bit gaggy, a little bit nervous. Anyway, I passed out, landed in the Benidorm, or Alicante, as you will. What they don't tell you is when you're landing in Alicante, you might as well just fucking plop yourself on the sea. You just do a right turn, you're on the piss, flying into the sea. I just thought, is being in Benidorm not enough? Is it not punishment enough? You want to now actually turn the plane on its side. Anyway, I land. I get in the car, pass out. I then get to the airport. Eyelashes is there to greet me. The only thing I will say is that Lashes said to me, she phones me at 2 a.m. when I wake up, and she says to me the night before, she goes, "Anything you need, I'm there for you. Like, I'm with you every step of the way on this flight. It's your first time flying alone. I've got you." She FaceTimes me at 2 a.m. in the club. Okay? This girl can barely string a sentence together. She's doing the fucking candy dance. I thought, you're going to be absolutely no help. I get to the hotel. She's hungover. She's basically still drunk. This girl is still drunk. We go out for lunch. She's laughing about how it says toasts on the menu. I thought it's going to be a long day. So what I did was I carried on drinking. Vodka lemon, straight away, on the beach. I had beans, I had sausage, bit of bacon, bit of bread, line the stomach. We then hit the town, okay? We're with our family, we hit the tune. I have never been that drunk in my entire life, okay? I'm rocking about Benidorm as if I own the place. I buy a t-shirt that says, "I love my girlfriend." I'm sat here on my podcast going, you guys will never know who it is. I'm rocking around, holding her hand with matching "I love my girlfriend" t-shirts. You might as well have just put it on the internet. I have done that, to be fair, so what am I talking about? Anyway, a few more drinks. We saw Bob Marley. We saw a hypnotist. We saw, do you know what, actually? We saw, is it Westlife? No. You Say It Best. That's Ronan Keating. Boyzo. No. Westlife. I don't know who we fucking saw. I'll have to ask Eyelashes. We saw a tribute act. Robbie Williams. Take that. Whoa. That was meant to be, "I get where you're coming from." We saw them. It was incredible. It was like seeing them live if they'd had a little bit of a rough few years. It was incredible though. I was up, I was dancing, I was in my flip-flops, I was cutting shapes that I didn't know I could cut. We leave there, I see a bull. So let me on it. Let me on that bull. I'm wearing a skirt, by the way, a thong that's basically like a bit of floss. I'm just trying to give you the image here. I get on this bull, Eyelashes behind me, straddling me. To be honest with you, it was like, you know, when people try and sexualise lesbians, we did that. I get it, because if I saw that, I'd have been like, "Lesers," like I would have absolutely loved to see that. We were rocking back and forth. I fell off, my pussy came out. You know the guy that does Becky Joe on TikTok? Well, I fall off this bull. I see someone looking over at me. It's Becky Joe from TikTok. I say hello. Say hello to him. I've screamed the house down. I've screamed Benidorm down. Another lovely fact is, I'll finish the night. This is where it goes downhill. We then go to a kebab van. At the best of times, you shouldn't go to a kebab van. Yeah? You shouldn't go get a kebab anyway. It smells like feet. It's giving bazooka that veruca, bazooka that war. That's what they're giving. Yeah? I went to that van and I absolutely demolished a kebab. Went up to the hotel room. I don't remember going to bed. I don't remember anything. I wake up to eyelashes vomiting in the sink. Let's preface here. I am still scared of sick. I shouldn't be. I am. So that was the start. I thought, bless her, she's a bit hungover. What we'll do is we'll hang her out to dry in the balcony. She'll be fine. The whole day, this girl was vomiting. Water, vomit. Breathing, vomit. I had to feed her a sausage. Do you know how dehumanizing that is? Feeding a lesbian a sausage? Get fucked. I had to do that. She settled for a bit of bacon, to be fair, because even she thought this is too far. She finally finishes vomiting, right? And one thing I will say, someone messaged me like, oh, I'm emetophobic. Do I go to Benidorm? No. No. The streets stink of sick. Yeah? Not only that, the measurements of the alcohol, and it's not even like, we're not talking about going Nobu where the vodka's like top range. It's 3/4 full, a sprinkle of vodka lemon, and apparently that's fine. The drinks are insane. Anyway, so eyelashes was really unwell. So the next night, we then decide to have a chill night. We go out. We go to this hotel bar because Eyelashes family had some friends out there. I love them, by the way. They were so lovely. They were just amazing, good vibes. Like, so we go to their hotel and there's some music on. This is where it starts to go downhill. There's some lovely acts playing. I think there was an Amy Winehouse tribute. I mean, I don't know if I'd say it was an Amy Winehouse tribute, but she tried. And that, my friend, is what counts. We're staring at this really wholesome girl on the dance floor. It's really sweet. She's in like a long summer dress. She's dancing. It's really sweet. And then she just coughs and then vomits over the dance floor. And I just thought, where the fuck am I? Where the fuck am I? Anyway, then the hypnotist comes on. I don't remember his name. I think it's Gareth. I don't know. But that man, so he gets Eyelashes up on the stage. She passes the fuck out, right? And to be honest, it was an ick. She was hanging there like some sort of rag doll. And I was like, oh, maybe she's putting it on, like, haha. He comes over to me and he says, who are you? And I said, I'm her girlfriend. Clicks at me. I pass the fuck out. I wake up on stage. I said, sir, it gets worse. He then said, the thing of being hypnotized is, right, you can hear everything that's being said, but you cannot move. So actually, it's not very nice. It's not nice. I don't know how it's legal. Anyway, everything's legal in Benidorm. So I wake up and he puts Poker Face on by Lady Gaga. I gave that bar a show. Put me in a meat dress, a pork loin covering my pussy, and call me Lady Gaga. I gave that entire bar a show. I gave them a show. Yeah, and then loads of other stuff happened on that, and then whatever. Then we sat back down, and you feel drained. I felt like I'd been shagged, to be honest. I felt so knackered. But that night was very tame. We went back to the kebab place again, which is where it starts going a little bit off your trotter. I walked past the ball that I was on one day prior, and there is a woman with her pussy just basically bare on this ball with a man in a gimp suit being spanked. And do you know what I thought? I thought, I'm doing this for free. That's what I thought when I saw that. I thought I must get checked when I get home because I've sat on that. But also, good for you, girl. Good for you. Dom, sub, I'm not here to judge. We got our first homophobic comment. Me and Eyelashes walking down the street. Some oaf of an English man barely hanging on to the hair in his scalp shouted lesbians at us. And I thought, state the fucking obvious. One of us has a bun and we're holding hands. Yeah. Although one thing I will say is the Spanish love lesbians. Every time we walk past a Spanish man, he would be like, free shots for you, lesers. You fucking skinny lesers. Like, they loved it. Free shots. They said we look like a beautiful couple. We also got a standing ovation for some men. But then they made it weird. They kept asking me to show my tits and then said I was wasted being a lesbian. But the standing ovation was nice. You've got to take what you can get nowadays. Right, after all of that, I feel like it's time for me to crack open a fresh Arctic Ice Coffee. And I am buzzing to say that Arctic Ice Coffee is sponsoring today's episode, which couldn't have come at a better time as summer is just around the corner. But no, it doesn't just stop there. They don't want just me to enjoy their delicious iced coffees. They are here to help you guys out this summer. That's right, I'm here to help you guys with your crazy dilemmas with our Arctic Ice Coffee call-ins. So we've been asking you guys for your crazy dilemmas and producer Rosie has picked her favourite ones. So we're starting off with Shane, 18. Let's go. Let's go, Shane.
Hey Grace, so I'm currently talking to a man that I used to talk to before, but I just added him recently again. We were chatting away, having a great time. He asked me to call, I called, no bother. And he was flirting with me in the call. He's been texting me, flirting with me. And then I texted him, I was like, hey, would you like to meet up sometime again? I'd love to meet up. And he was like, yeah, but I have to figure it out because I have a boyfriend. And he flirting with me and sending me, I don't want to be a homewrecker, obviously, but he mustn't be happy with the man he's with if he is talking to me like that and sending me those messages, so...
Okay, Shane. Here is my advice. Let me take a sip quick. Actually, I'm just really spiteful. So what I would do is I would screenshot everything that he sent me and send it to his boyfriend. They'll break up and then you can go there. Because then technically, morally, you have done right. You are not a guilty party. You told them. And then, when the bird has flown the nest, get in the nest. Next up, we've got Anonymous, 18.
Okay, so basically, I really miss my ex, who lives on the other side of the world. I really liked him, like, a lot. At the moment, we're in no contact because he decided the distance was a bit too much, which is fair enough. I was going to go and see him at the end of this summer, so it's not like he was having to make the sacrifice. But he keeps viewing my story very, very early. I have the chance to go to the city he lives in at the end of this year, and it's just all sort of pointing at me to message him. So should I?
All right, baby reindeer. Grow up. Who are you messaging someone on the other side of the world for? What's the point? What are you going to do? FaceTime? Phone sex? What's the point? Don't message him. I think, yeah, he views your story. He's only human. What's the point? Do you know how many fish are in the sea? In the words of Amy Winehouse, get over him. There's no need. Go to your local pub. Have an Arctic ice latte. To be honest, I think after all of that, I need a quick Arctic iced coffee drink because that was a lot for me. Make sure you tap the link in the description to get your Arctic iced coffee and keep up to date with Arctic at Arctic Ice Coffee on Insta. What else did we do? We just saw a lot of acts, and every day we would go to a cafe in the morning where we'd be violently hungover. We walked for miles and miles to find a jet ski. It turns out because everyone's pissed as a fart in Benidorm, you're not allowed to get on a jet ski without an instructor. I said, who are you? I'm not getting on with you. You could take me to an art, like, I don't know, you could take me anywhere. I'm not getting on with you. So I didn't. Literally didn't. So that's fine. What else? I went to a few bars. There was a Zara in Benidorm. Can you believe that? That to me is like, you know, when you're in a desert and there's a meringue. What's it called? You know when you're really thirsty? A mirage. A meringue. A mirage? You know what I'm on about. When you're really thirsty and you start seeing things that aren't there. I kept seeing people walk past with Zara bags and I thought, surely not. There was. I mean, it wasn't any good, but there was. One thing about Benidorm I will say, though, is that I do love the atmosphere. The atmosphere is electric. It is, you might as well go Butlins, because it is full of English people, but it's just incredible. Like, Everyone's so polite. Everyone's Northern or Irish. It was like being back on tour. It was, I don't know what. It was just incredible. I loved it. The atmosphere was electric and so many nanny mobiles, guys. It was insane. There was this one woman. She was like, oh, waiting on a knee replacement. 2 drinks. She was up doing fucking spins on her head. And I thought, well, I won't say what I thought, but I thought that's crazy. This is an advertisement from BetterHelp. The year so far is flying by. It feels like there's not enough hours in a day, there's not enough days in a day, and therapy can be an amazing way to sit and celebrate your achievements that you may not think about because you're so overwhelmed with the days. I think therapy is such an amazing thing. I'm someone that bottles everything up until it overflows. Therapy can be an amazing way to just chat about things, no matter how big or small, that are going on in your life, and just get it all off your chest. And that is why I'm so glad to be working with today's sponsor, which is BetterHelp, who have over 1,000 credentialed, registered therapists. They are there to help you with anything that you are going through and give you their unbiased advice. Like dating, it's important to be matched with the right therapist, which is why at BetterHelp, you can change your therapist at any time with no added fee. All you do is fill out a super easy form and you get matched to a licensed therapist, which of course you can change at any time. No extra cost. BetterHelp is convenient because it is online, so no matter how busy your schedule is, BetterHelp fits around you. And it's also affordable, so no matter what stage you are in your life, BetterHelp is there for you. With almost 5,000 therapists in the UK already, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a wide variety of expertise in mental health. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/savinggrace. That's 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/savinggrace. betterhelp.com/savinggrace. Anyway, she was having a great time though, so I wish her well. I'm still conflicted on whether I will go back, but this was the decider for me. Eyelash's parents were going home a day before us. Now let me set the scene for you. I woke up that morning with crippling belly pain. Yeah? And I thought, oh, maybe I'm coming on my period. And my stomach was like talking in tongues. It was speaking in code. And I thought, oh, this is weird. But obviously me and Eyelashes aren't at that level where we fart or poo yet in front of each other. So I was just holding it in. And now I'm walking with like a hunch. And like, I'm getting like severe belly pain. So I say to Eyelashes, can you just go and sit on the balcony and just sit there and admire the view of El Benidorm? I blew up that fucking toilet, okay? I blew that door off its hinges. I was like, my legs were up in the air. Like, it was, to be honest, I'm not proud of it, but it happened. Yeah, but I thought, okay, that's what I needed. And my belly pain subsided. Then me and Eyelashes were like, do you know what? We're not made for this life. Like, we don't want to be here. Let's fly home. The flight home was at midnight. Okay? We're on our way to the airport. My belly pains are back a bit. And I think, oh, okay. All right. But it's fine. It's fine. We're on our way home. Right? We get on the plane. I'm like, I've got the sweats now, right? But there's only like one toilet on this plane. I'm not going there because the stench that will come out of that will be inhumane. They will call bio waste chemist. If I let out what I needed to let out, we would have had to have emergency landed. What did I eat on the plane? I'll tell you what I ate on the plane. Cheese and ham toasty. The cheesiest fucker you could put on those lips, right? What I didn't know is that was not a good call. We land. By the time we land, I'm profusely sweating. I'm nearly in tears. I'm doubled over in pain. I sprint past passport control into that toilet. It's full. Do I care? No. I am doing symphonies from my arse. Yeah? I'm going to be honest. People probably around are like, what the fuck? I didn't care. We get back to Eyelash's place. I blew up her family home for 3 days. I had to take the whole week off. I was so unwell. I couldn't eat. I nearly shat myself 5 times. No matter what tap, shower, TikTok I put on, there was no hiding that. I was so embarrassed to the point where I had to say to her, I am probably going to shit the bed this week and you need to be prepared. We had the whole family in. I had her sister checking my pulse. I had to say to her sister, I'm shitting water. Her mum, I walked down, her mum goes, she's got Benidorm belly. I thought, let's not announce this to the house. She's got her sisters, her nieces, her nephews in the fucking house. I'm blowing up the toilet. Anyway, I finally got over it. I still have cramps from where I feel like I might need to shit, but I will never go back. That has ruined me to the point of being so far gone. I don't know what it's like to shit normally anymore. It's been over a week. I can physically not remember what it's like to shit anymore. And I'm so sorry if you're eating this on your lunch break, but don't eat the chocolate mousse, because to be honest with you, I can never eat chocolate mousse again. It really upset me. And that was the end to Benidorm. But at least now we've really taken a step in our relationship where I can just say, look, I must shit. And she just takes it, because nothing can be as bad as the Benidorm belly. And that's on God. I let off a lot of trauma there, and people don't understand as well. Like, I remember thinking, oh, I'd so much rather this than being sick. But would I? I had to call up my local GP because I had a shoot that guys, if I went to this shoot, I couldn't even stand up without, So I had to call up my GP and I said, I really need a doctor's note. And he made me sit on the phone in front of Eyelashes and say step by step my symptoms, which he diagnosed me with gastronitis. Horror. Is that what you had? I had gastroenteritis or whatever it was. I would not even wish that on my worst enemy. That's how bad it was. But I feel like I did lose weight. So every cloud, it was like a natural Ozempic. Anyway, yeah, that was Benidorm. Hope you're well. Also, something actually, speaking of Ozempic, it's taking the internet by storm. It's become a thing now where everyone is guessing who is on Ozempic, who's not on Ozempic. It's becoming a thing. Have we forgotten that diets exist? Because I feel like you'll look at someone and they're just a little bit skinnier and they're like, Ozempic. Their whole comment section is filled with it. It's like, I don't know. Also, I'm a little bit offended that no one thought I'm on it. Can I say that? I have. Why is no one accusing me of it? I'm not, because I am scared of needles. But if I wasn't, who knows? I'm not eating a fucking salad and a fig. I might be, actually. I've tried overnight oats recently. Sorry, I've gone off on a tangent. I've tried overnight oats. They're all right. A bit filling for the morning, actually. It feels like I've put a fucking sandbag in my stomach at the start of the day. It's awful. I'm not a breakfast girl. I'm not a lunch girl. I'm a dinner girl. The breakfast oats? Criminal. It's all a bit much. The honey's nice. The fruit's a bit crazy. It's all a bit much. There's different textures. There's a crunchy apple. There's a fucking blueberry exploding in my mouth. There's something that tastes like a wet flannel, which must be the overnight oats. It's just all a little bit extreme for me. And yeah, I get why you do it, but just fucking, I don't know. I don't know what you should have instead. Just have porridge. You're eating like a Tudor. We're all eating like Tudors and acting like it's normal. That is grovel. Gruel. That's gruel. That's what people fed prisoners, minus the blueberries probs. But yeah, that's all I've got to say on overnight oats. I feel like you all overdid that. And I got really excited to try it this morning. Made me too full. Felt ill in that Uber. I kissed a girl. If you haven't seen the last 2 episodes, what the fuck are you doing? The last 2 episodes, skip if you don't want spoilers. I don't give a fuck if you haven't watched it, grow up. What on earth? Eva? What? After all of that, you don't want to turn. And let me not get started on Priya. Marriage 2 weeks after she gets out the Meserre or whatever it is. Just call it a fucking villa. She got married to her ex 2 weeks after leaving the villa, after saying, I love you to my girl. Fucking violent, that is. She's a better woman than me because I would have swung on that fucking couch. None of them are together. What was the point? What was the point in that programme? None of you are together, apart from one that got voted out early for not being compatible. Look how that turned out. They're literally still together. Amy, she got done dirty. Hannah, don't trust her. I don't trust her as far as I can throw her. She came in with negative vibes. She left with negative vibes. And you know what? I don't like the slick back bun. Anyway, that's how I feel about I Kissed a Girl. Britain's Got Talent final. I was saying I feel like not many people watch Britain's Got Talent anymore, but guess what? I do. And I think Trixie was absolutely robbed. My magician, the bloke made Peter Andre appear. No one wants that to happen, but it did. And that in itself is a trick and a half. How did he know? I like Sydney. I think Sydney was deserving to win. Only thing I will say about Britain's Got Talent is it X Factor? You know, if I wanted a singer to win, I'd watch X Factor. Is that controversial? Probably. Get on fucking X Factor. Where you're going. But yeah, also the dogs were cute. But there's only so many times I can see a dog bounce on your fucking back and be like, wow. Do you know what I mean? There's only so many times. And the time is up. Mighty Hoopla was at the weekend. If you don't know what it is, it's just a festival for the girls and the gays. Jojo Siwa performed. Karma's a bitch. Should have known better. Do you know what I mean? She looks really like... I feel like Jojo Siwa eats overnight oats because no one has that energy like she has. That's absolutely crazy. But I love that for her. Cher Lloyd sung. Cher Lloyd by Cher Lloyd. Who didn't flush the toilet after they had a shit? Cher Lloyd. She performed. What a girl. She's back. She is back and better than ever. I can't wait. Alicia Dixon. Does she perform? Oh, does she wash up? Never washes up. She performed. Love Alicia. I'd say the one person... Katie Price performed. Love her. Love her. I'd sacrifice myself for Katie Price. I know that's a bold statement. Don't put me to it. But I would. I just think the festival looked amazing. I'm jealous I couldn't go, but I was shitting up a storm. So it wouldn't have been wise. Not with those portaloos. And yeah, it looks sensational. And I think that's all the updates that I've got. Love Island starts tonight. There's... Can I be a bitch? I don't like Harriet already. I'm sorry. I'll grow to love her, and I know I'll grow to love her. That is the most jarring intro I've ever heard in my life. It's giving... I don't know what it's giving, but there's always one, and unfortunately this year, it's her. But I'm sure she's a lovely girl, and I'm sure she'll grow on me, and I'm sure I'll probably regret saying this like I always do. One thing I've noticed is I'll slag off Love Islanders, then I'll get them on my pod and completely have to backtrack what I say. Did I say that? Did I? I did, yeah. But I can't admit it to their face, so I just have to go, can't believe I did that, sorry. Every time, and I'll never learn my lesson, but I get too involved in these things. There's one guy that I think is sweet. He runs a sweet shop or something. He seems nice. Turkey teeth, tick. They've all got turkey teeth. But yeah, I feel like this season should be good. I can't wait. But then again, I should take my own advice. You know, it is a TV show. It's never that deep. The editing usually is a little bit crazy. And I should just shut up and stop judging people. But I won't. Girls Aloud. They're back on tour. They're on the motorbikes and shit. I love that for them. I love Cheryl Cole. I hope she's well. I think she's an icon. I love their outfits. Cheryl Cole's my favourite. Obviously. I think they're absolutely smashing it. I've seen so many videos of people going to see them live. Just don't know how they can be arsed. Do you know what I mean? That many dates. that many places, singing. Who can be asked? But I suppose they won't do it again. So, good for them. I'm a bit jealous of people that got tickets. I didn't get tickets. Nicki Minaj got arrested. She was late for Manchester. I don't even think she turned up. First of all, one thing I love about this day and age is this bitch live streamed the arrest. She live streamed that arrest. You know how modern that is? She literally said, these are my rights. She did a HS TikTok-y. I love it. I feel like it would be kind of iconic to arrest Nicki Minaj. Like, her bum, I feel like, I don't know. She'd look kind of like hot. What? I don't know. Like, just arrested? I don't know. Maybe that's a weird kink of mine. Don't know. I take it back. But yeah, I feel like that's all the news that I've got. I've got nothing left. It's been a busy week. Life's busy. And I'm excited for Love Island to start. Well, guys, if there's anything to take away from today's episode, it is don't eat kebabs from a kebab fan. Probably don't go to Benidorm. And live, laugh, love. And I need to remember to do up my trousers after this episode because I have to get a train. And that would be really embarrassing of me. Love you all. Stay safe. Live fast, eat arse. If you've been watching, give it a like and subscribe. If you've been listening, give it a follow and a 5-star review. Goodbye.